into at the time. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully,
I love you
Ava
having me
connects
over
again.
here, bro. Like,
No, I
yo,
actually
I
set this
missed you
up
for a
because
minute. Like, I was like, I do my thing, but I do miss you. Like, you know what I mean?
oh, I know, man. I love talking to you.
what
I
happened to
actually set
Ava?
this up. I know. I hope she
Mm-hmm.
reconnects because there was a few, like, it was funny when I was over on Jake's. That's when I decided to start up a live. Is
Oh,
because
maybe the phone
she
went
wanted to
internet.
debate me
Mm.
on a few ideas, and
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
didn't go out. It didn't go as well as she thought it was, and then realized that we kind of agree on a lot of things.
I just find like yeah, tattoos and all that. You know what I mean? Like
I
that
like
takes a
tattoos.
lot. Yeah, it
I like
takes a
It's
lot,
an
bro.
tattoos.
individual choice. I mean, it's her body. She can do what she wants to it.
My
It's just
significant others.
painful. Like I'm a whole grown man. Like I don't like needles.
That's
My,
fine. That's your choice.
Jody's all tatted up, so
I
I'm a
look.
fan of tattoos.
Someone could put a bullet in my brain. Like I don't like needles. I don't.
Yeah, I used to work with this guy. He was the cook in this restaurant.
Mm,
And this was right about the time I got my first tattoo on my ankle. And he thought
mm,
it was cool. And one of the other waitresses got a tattoo on her wrist. So he decided he was going to go get a tattoo. And we were all excited. This guy's going to get his tattoo. What are you going to get? You know, you talk about it for weeks and days ahead of time. And he comes into work one day, and Michelle and I are standing there going, so show us the tattoo. And he turns his arm to us, and there's this little tiny dot. You know, the minute the tattoo artist hit him with that needle, he jumped out of that chair and
mm,
ran
mm, mm,
out of the tattoo
mm,
parlor.
mm,
So he's just
my
got
mm,
this little tiny dot on his arm.
my older brother has the smallest tattoo I've ever fucking seen, and
mm,
I always pick on him whenever I see my brother with his shirt off, and we're like a
What
year and
is
a
it?
half apart. It's his daughter's name in cursive on his arm, so he's got it like right here on his arm.
mm.
And whenever I see him, I go and try to like wipe it off, like he's got something on him, because it's just like the thinnest like line in cursive name, and I'm like, oh
just,
god,
just a little tiny thing.
oh yeah. I only got one
Yeah.
tattoo, but I got a really big tattoo when I got it. I was like, all right, I
So
want.
I
when
have
you got
two.
it, when you got that tattoo, I mean, were you pensive, like, or
I
were
got
you
it.
like
I got it the day I
being
turned.
excited when they were like drilling that needle into your body? You
Yeah,
know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
it. I got it the day I turned 18. The day I was
Damn.
old enough to get my parents to okay it for me.
And I
I
didn't
don't
get
remember if
Mm.
I
mine
was
until I was
17 or
Oh
28.
well,
18.
you're
I
braver
was,
than me, bro.
yeah.
But
I ain't do
I
it.
wanted the same tattoo since I was like 15, to be
Yeah,
exact.
that
Damn.
was
Like,
it. I wanted the same tattoo since I was a teenager. And when I was 28, I finally went and got it. We had moved back to Florida from the Virgin
Mm.
Islands, and I wasn't going to get it in the Virgin
Oh
Islands.
wow.
it's actually depending on where you get the tattoo, like the placement of it. It reminds me of like a cat scratch. I got it in a pretty painful spot.
You say cat
Um,
scratch.
Yeah, I did too.
yeah, yeah,
Mine's
it is a lot like it.
right over the bone.
Yeah. Well,
But
I went on my stomach, so I was like, all right,
ooh,
yeah. Anywhere you have tight skin or over a bone, they say is
Mm,
pretty painful.
yeah, mine went
exactly, and
over.
that's
My
the
first
thing.
one went over the bone. My second one was on the back of my shoulder,
Wow.
and that one didn't
Oh,
hurt so much.
I had to
mm.
pick mine out specifically because, well, the guy that ran that tattoo parlor, I didn't want him doing it because it's literally like 2 inches above my
Your thing.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
my male parts, and I was like, I'd rather have a girl do this tattoo.
Wow, wow,
I don't really want a
wow.
guy
Well,
doing this tattoo.
I
You're gonna
know
be down
what.
there for an hour and a half.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
I know
Mm-mm-mm.
what will make Simon laugh. When I went to get my first tattoo was over at Tats Taylor, and they're bikers.
Oh no.
And I know that
Mm-mm-mm.
I went there because they're good and they've been there for a long time and they're clean. So I was
Mm.
just a little bit nervous, and he put my foot up on his lap between his
Oh
legs.
wow. What? Are you
And
serious?
I'm kind of
Wait,
twisted.
wait, say that shit again.
he put my foot on the chair between his legs so that he could clean it. And what happened was I was nervous. And when I'm nervous, I wiggle my toes.
And you kicked him?
Wow.
No, I wiggled my toes and I
you
wasn't
was-
aware
you
of
wiggled
where
your
my
toes.
toes were at.
Jacob.
So all of a sudden I looked at him and he gave me this look and I realized what I was doing and just thought, oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
I sat perfectly still. It hurt like a motherfucker over the bone, but I sat perfectly still through that whole tattoo. I wasn't going to wiggle my toes again.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the other thing. You're always worried about messing it up too. You don't want to wiggle and.
I wasn't worried about that. It was just when I was wiggling my toes, I was doing it out of nervousness. I just didn't realize they were in his crotch. And they didn't forget it either, because when I went back for the next tattoo 2 years later, he remembered me.
He's like, oh, I want her.
No, they did. There was two guys that owned this parlor, and Doc would do the outlines, and Tats would do the outline, and Doc would do the coloring. So you went from one guy to the next.
Okay.
But they had been there since like the 60s.
That's deep, man. I can't even do it. You know what I mean? So when I hear like when people are doing that,
is it religious or you're just scared of it?
I just don't like needles. Like
I don't like needles either, but
I'm also scared of
apparently you do. Like,
I also don't like needles, Simon.
No,
but these needles are not.
I don't even like giving blood.
Mud said she turned around, put her leg up and all that shit. I was like, what?
Well, no, he put my foot in his lap. He put my foot in his lap because he's going to work on it.
You can't detract from that. He literally said it.
I scared myself.
Yep. Yeah.
But the thing is, these don't go under the skin. They only go as deep as your skin. They're not going under into a vein or anything like that. So you don't have the same feeling. It's more like a bee sting.
I might do it like.
Yeah, and then because they go over it and over it and over it, it's more. I don't know if you guys still get smallpox vaccines. It starts off feeling like a bee sting, and then it feels like those old smallpox vaccines we used to get when I was a kid.
Well,
my tongue piercing hurt more than my tattoo.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah,
like when I got my tongue pierced, I could feel it go through each layer of my skin.
Yeah,
like it was a lot more pain
and crunch when it hits that
I
central tendon.
I just don't like dealing with pain. Like I really don't. Like,
no, I know. I was trying to quantify the pain for you. I'm like there's definitely things that hurt way worse. Like I wouldn't want to do any like eye stuff or like teeth pain is worse than a tattoo.
Yo,
have you ever had a toothache? Toothaches are way worse than a tattoo.
No, my dentist doesn't bother me. I've spent so much time in the dentist.
No, I'm not talking about the dentist. I'm talking about the toothache you get before you go to the dentist.
The what? I don't get that.
Well, you're lucky. Yeah. You're a lucky individual.
I stay right on top of. I stay on top of my teeth.
Anybody that's ever had pain and had to wait for the dentist office.
I take very good care of my teeth.
Damn. All right.
I wish I could say the same. I didn't take care of my teeth very well when I was younger. A lot of people don't want to admit to it. I'm fine with it. I know I have a missing front tooth. I know what my dental hygiene's like. And yeah, dude, I've gotten plenty of toothaches, and that's some of the worst pain that you can get.
No, I've never.
That's why I feel bad. I feel bad for Jake Hudson all the time.
Yeah, I've had broken teeth.
He talks about the pain that he goes through.
What's that?
He said I've had a broken tooth. And that hurts.
Oh yeah, that hurts too. Did you have an exposed nerve when you broke it? Yeah, that's exactly why.
That's what pains like.
And I was in the middle of a dinner rush at work at night, so my dentist was at home in bed, and I was at the restaurant running a 350 seat building. And I was like, oh God.
Yeah, you know. Well, look, that's the worst time that can happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're trying to do something and then like something just hits you.
And it was the day before Christmas. It was the day before Christmas. It couldn't have been worse.
Damn. Oh. I apologize for the universe for doing that shit. Yo.
No, I had a wonderful dentist. I left a message on his, I had been seeing him for many, many years, and I had his personal number, and I left a message for him at home and told him what was going on. I didn't ask him for anything. I just told him what had happened, and please call me back when you can, because the next day is Christmas. And he called me back Christmas morning and said, meet me in an hour at the office, and ran over there and got my tooth
like
capped.
25th or 24th. Okay.
I broke it on Christmas Eve. I worked in the restaurant business, so we worked on holidays.
Oh wow! So you're in hospitality?
Yeah.
So you know how to treat somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's kind of interesting.
You already got a wife. Take it easy, Caron. Take it easy.
I ain't looking for another one. I'm not looking for another one because I don't want to train them.
She's actually here in the background. Like my wife is sleeping. She's sleeping.
You're just having a full conversation with her. What do you mean sleeping?
I love my wife's snores. Like I love that shit.
That's a little weird. All right.
That ain't weird that you're supposed to love your wife's snores. Like you can't.
I mean,
how you gonna be with somebody if you can't take their snores? Like,
it's not that I can't take. All right.
It's not just snores.
Not being able to take it. Not being able to take it and then sitting next to them and listening to it is a whole different thing.
I love her snores. It's interesting. She says all types of shit in her sleep.
You be having conversations with her?
Wait,
I hate when
but I'll tell her what she's saying in her sleep.
But no, I hate when people because I'll have conversations with people and people will have conversations with me when I sleep. And I have no recollection of it when I wake up the next day.
Has your girlfriend ever turned around to you and actually explained to you what you're doing when you're sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should understand to a point, right?
I don't go into her. I would never tell her that I like the way she snores. Like I like your snores, babe. Hey, I wanted to let you know the noises you make when you're unconscious. Those are good for me.
That sounds like a love song. Your snores, your farts, your drool on your pillow.
Everything. Everything. Yeah, look, let's be real. I like my.
If I said that, she'd be like, "Get out of my room." That's exactly what she would say.
If I said that to my guy, he'd have 3 more
I like my
items.
wife's farts. Her farts are brilliant to me. It's like music.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying?
Roses really smell like blue.
I don't get these people. I really don't. When she farts, it's like music to me. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, my measure of being comfortable with a guy, when I could get to the point where I can burp in front of him, I'm good.
I thought it was shitting with the door open. I thought that was the line.
Is it?
No,
my
I
dad.
always thought that was the line when relationships
No, my dad
got
lives
to the
with me.
part.
That door gets closed.
Look, yo,
Fair enough.
Like that, yo, you gotta understand. You know what I mean, like you can be as pretentious as you want, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna live with somebody, what are you playing around with? You're gonna like escape the fact that like we all like do this. We're humans. You know what I mean? I actually embrace it. I'm like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I'm so deep. I check her stool. You know what I'm saying?
Simon, let me ask you something.
Whoa. We can't praise over that.
Let me ask you something, Simon. Are you Rasta? Are you a Rasta?
Am I what?
Are you a Rastafari?
I used to be. I went into corporate. So
you were dread. You were dread.
Yeah,
you're
I
was.
I was. My mother was a dread. So
okay.
Yeah, but I had to shave because I went into corporate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't walk in there with your herb cap on.
Well, no, I'll run my own business.
I have a really nice one, but my hair isn't as long as it used to be. But I still have cap.
Yeah, but I appreciate that. You know, so I had I had a friend that I just went round to, and she showed up in the shower with a whole bush. So like she can do what she wants. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know why, but I was just like, okay. Dory got mad about me.
You said she showed up in the shower?
Yeah.
Who
With a
just
whole bush. It's like 3 inches long. Like and ginger at that point. I was like, okay.
I think he's talking about a tranny.
I'm so
No,
confused right
nah,
now.
this is a whole woman. Nah, I don't play Chinese. I've interviewed them. I've spoken to
Your
them.
your
I'm in the
channel
beef sector. Yeah. I'm in the beef
your
sector. So
channel
like,
is full of it.
yeah,
Your
because I'm in the
channel,
beef sector. So like, I'll talk to them. But
the lady that when you introduced me to Lady Giggle Sparkles, I was convinced that you thought that was a woman. You
Giggle
were flirting.
sparkles.
wait a sec. No,
You said giggle sparkles.
I did a whole interview trying to make this person like explain what it looks like to be a transsexual. Like, I find it highly important. I'm
But it's
like
different.
deadly
But it's
serious.
different for everybody. When she came on, she wasn't doing an interview. She was just flirting with you and saying like it was not an interview
Yeah,
format.
but yeah, I
Simon.
went about that.
That's actually the only reason that I just met Ava literally like right
look,
before I started this stream. That's why I
Yeah,
invited Ava
that's a
on.
new face.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, Lady Sparkles knows his or her place, wherever the hell they want to put her. I respect the community, like the L where the numbers, whatever. Whatever they want to call it.
What are you talking about? LGBTQA plus. You
Yeah,
said you respect.
You mean the alphabet
I
soup?
respect it. I'm just like, do your shit. I could never.
So that's the conversation I actually just had with Ava. Was she actually agrees with me that group, that LGBTQ plus, doesn't encompass everybody, and it shouldn't,
No,
because
exactly. Yeah.
It's very
it's
lots of
disingenuous to other people
no,
inside of the
but this is
community.
all right. So I'm
And
gonna get serious.
we actually started talking about trans people in the Middle East, because I said there's a lot of different kinds of trans people. I said because actually the first question I had for Ava was if she was gay or not, because that's usually how I decipher what kind of trans person you are, whether
Yeah.
it's religious reasons or not. And she was
Oh,
actually
yeah.
kind of thrown back because she didn't
Okay.
know that there's a lot of people in the Middle East that will be trans so that they're not gay,
Right.
because
Yeah, but
to be
I
gay
think this
is actually more of a problem.
I think this is where we get confused. Like being gay is having a likeness for a male. Like
Right.
No, just same sex. Just
no,
same
it's
sex.
a
It doesn't
likeness.
necessarily have to. For you, it would be a male, is what I
I'll
mean.
give you.
For
I'll make this
Muddrabit,
simple.
it wouldn't be an attraction to a male.
Look, look. You're my friend, okay? I can never be attracted to you.
That's fine. That's not what I'm just making sure we're getting the specifics.
Never. I can never be attracted to you. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
That's
he's
fine.
astonished at how people are able to live that kind of lifestyle and own it.
Yeah, no, that's why I wish he would have elaborated when Ava asked him about transsexual sex, and he said,
it's a
how
preference.
would you
It's
how
like
would
how
you do that?
It's a preference.
Well, if you're
even be
gay, it would be
your
gay
genetic
sex, and if
makeup or
you're
something.
Right. Exactly.
I have friends who are transvestites. They're not transgender, but they're transvestites, and they do it for the shows. And every single one of them are a gay man.
Well,
yeah, I mean,
but they don't do it on a daily. They only do it for the shows.
If someone
well, and I asked Ava to explain that, because she was using transgender kind of as a loose term. I was like, wait a minute, are you talking about intersex or are you talking about transgender? There's actually a big difference between.
Well, there's transgender, there's transvestite.
Yeah, I
well,
mean,
there's no, because there's transgender and there's intersex.
There's that too, right?
Intersex is the actual people born with both parts.
Right, that's hermaphroditic.
And that's a very small percentage of people.
Yeah, my grandfather used to have old books on that. It's called hermaphrodism.
Lady boys in Thailand.
Yeah, but it's also
No,
called
no, it's not
hermaphroditism in the
that.
medical world.
I've got friends that have
I know.
hermaphrodite. No, seriously.
But isn't it weird though that it is only because that's what
Yeah, but
me
this
and
is the thing.
Ava were
People,
talking about was it's strange that certain communities have a higher population of it.
Yeah,
not
it is.
everyone
Isn't it?
experiences that. Like I've literally had a hermaphrodite sit on my sofa, like pull their pants down and show me what that looks like.
Well, don't
Oh,
tell us here.
I believe you. I was just saying. I mean,
What?
that doesn't
Seriously?
change anything of the topic.
No. Look, you need to know what you're talking about. I'm telling
No,
you.
I know what I'm talking about.
We all
Have you ever
do.
seen that? You know what that looks like?
I
I
do.
don't have. I can
Oh, you
pull
do,
up a
man.
picture of it on the
Whatever,
internet
yeah.
right now,
Look,
but I
I
don't
can
think
tell you
that's
exactly
going to
what
help
that looks like.
anybody. Yeah, it's intersex, like
My
as in
grandfather
different
was a
No.
sexes.
doctor,
It's
and
not,
he
it
had.
don't look like that.
My grandfather was a doctor, and he had the old books, and they had the pictures and everything in it.
But actually, Simon, intersex is also a spectrum. There's all different levels
Yes.
of how you would be intersex. That's what I'm saying. The hormones or the I don't know, the private parts would all be different varieties and different variations of how they
Yeah.
developed in an intersex person. It's not
Yeah,
all
you're
just
right.
like that person, not just like
You're-
that person that you saw. They would all be
You're
different.
right. You're
Just
right.
like
You're right.
not every male has a whatever inch penis. They all vary. Just
Yeah, I
like
know.
all private parts for a female would vary.
I've
So then if
struggled
you
my
add
whole life
intersex
because
to that,
my penis is like 30 inches.
Oh,
so
please don't tell us.
Right.
see, you
So
didn't have to elaborate for us to get through this conversation. Oh, this
I
is
did
solo
that shit
all
on
over again.
purpose. My chick's listening in the back. She gonna fuck me up.
I thought she was sleeping.
We're
Thought
going to
you were
tell your
listening-
wife.
Thought you were listening to her snore.
She's listening right now. She gonna fuck me up.
Your man is misbehaving.
It don't
Tell
matter
him
how
Muddrabit.
large your
Not being
penis is.
Irene,
No, I'm
son.
just saying, like, what I'm trying to put across is it don't matter. Like what you gotta do is find your partner. You know what I'm saying? And your partner don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about how large or this or that or
We don't even
media
talk
fan
about
or-
it. What are you talking
Mhm.
about?
No, I'm just saying that your anecdotal evidence of having an intersex person pull out their private parts in front of you and
Yeah.
you're seeing them is not how all of the private parts of an intersex person would look.
Well,
Right.
what is intersex?
Hermaphrodite.
What you described as the person that pulled out
You're
both
funny,
parts
man.
in front of you.
Yeah, no, but that was when I was like, I didn't even expect it. You know what I mean? It's just like it just happened. I didn't even know what a hermaphrodite was until like I got a whole song. She done a whole song in my studio. You know what I mean? And she was like, "Am I a boy am I a boy today? Am I a girl today?" Like that's what happened. You know, and it was real. And she turned around and I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And then she was like, she pulled her trousers down and was like, "This is what it looks like."
Yeah, well, so they're an exhibitionist too.
Sounds like the music industry. I mean, I can say
God,
I've been
these people.
following the Diddy trial, and it does sound like a lot like the music industry.
Oh, they haven't gotten him on Rico yet, but they got him on 2 through 5. They got
They
him
definitely
on
got him on trafficking, and they got him on I don't remember what
sexual
else.
assault, forcible sexual assault,
Yeah,
and confinement. He's going to jail for the rest of his life.
and I still think they're going to get him on the RICO too.
Yeah, they will
Well,
eventually.
That's kind of
Government
obvious.
has the paperwork.
They ain't gonna put him in and like go through this shit. Not
No,
to
he's
put him
going
in
away
jail.
for life.
I think he's going to be in
you
it.
know,
I think he's
I
going to
think-
be in an executive prison.
I think the funny thing is they're gonna lock him up next to Suge Knight.
That's what. No, see, that's the thing. I think Suge Knight's staying in a nice place. So will P Diddy. He's not. He's going to go into an executive prison just like anybody else. Anybody else?
Yeah, they
high
want
up.
to keep close tabs on him.
Well, and it's also executive prisons aren't
Oh, yeah.
torture for anybody.
Right.
It's not a real prison. It's the same
No,
thing they do
no.
with politicians.
I'm speaking
It's
to
kind of
Jacob.
horrible.
Mm-hmm. I'm in love with Jacob.
Yeah. Oh, they got him on trafficking too.
Jacob, I want to see you back.
Next, I thought she lived in Alabama or something. Or
Jacob,
Louisiana.
I'll see you in a minute, okay?
All right,
All right.
later.
All right, bye.
So Simon just told me, I don't remember when we were talking last, but that this lady was from Alabama and he wanted me to meet her and all this other stuff. And he's like, oh, she's right next to me. She's not right next to you. You're in the UK, unless you're in the United States right now. And if Simon's in the United States right now, that would be wild.
You think he
Because
is?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Unless he's just had her on the phone next to him, which would be weird. Like, I don't know. I don't know. People are weird with their online relationships.
I know, and it's just so crazy. I don't hide anything about who I talk to or what we talk about. If the people in my house don't like it, they don't have to listen to it, but I'm not going to hide it. It's when you start sneaking around and hiding things is when they get suspicious.
No, Chris Zero had me laughing my ass off. He was like, I've been with my woman way longer than you. And then he's like comparing all this stuff with me and this and that. He got in a fight with Jody on the internet. It was funny. And then at the end of it all, it turns out not only was I with my girlfriend longer, but he's only met his significant other twice. They actually like don't ever meet in person that much or something like that.
They have a long distance relationship.
States, yeah, they live states away.
That
Like I
don't
live
count.
with. I was like, I live with mine. Like, what are we talking about right now?
You pay bills together.
I was like, I'd love to have a girlfriend that didn't live with me and just came over when I wanted. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
right.
That's a really easy life. I'm not saying I don't love my life. I'm saying talk about fucking the comparison. One's way
Yeah.
easier than the other.
Exactly.
I remember dating in high school.
Hasn't been the same since.
Exactly. Oh,
Well,
man.
I really couldn't say that. I'm kind of living vicariously through others because I got married at 16.
No racketeering conspiracy so far. Diddy won't go down for life. I don't
Yeah, he
know.
will, because each one of 2 through 5 carries 15 to 20 years minimum.
I think Kanye's gonna
And
get called.
he's 55 years old. So do the math.
I think Kanye's gonna get called up next.
I thought he already was.
Well, there was a couple personal allegations, and didn't you hear he showed up at the Diddy trial?
I'm
He
not
just
following it as closely. I've been working on the trailer.
He just showed up at the fucking trial. I'm
Oh,
like, why
my.
would Kanye West just show up here? I don't know if it was in support or what it was.
No,
But
maybe he got subpoenaed.
no, they just put him in a viewing room, and he didn't go into the courtroom, and he didn't get to sit with the court like reporters or the court public.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because a bunch of the court reporters were trying to catch him afterwards. He was just watching it on a TV in a room.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't even catch news today because as soon as everything settled down and I closed up the coop, I sat down and caught up on letters, and then I came to your place.
Yeah, and I was uploading videos, and then, like I said, I was just in Jake's chat saying hi, and then I'm not gonna lie, I saw Ava up there, I saw a trans person up there, and then she was talking about like how poor we are, and she was referring to like just like everybody in society and like how bad it is.
Yeah,
And I
seems
was
to
like,
have some preconceived notions and also about MAGA. And then when I asked if her last name was Iranian, she took it as an attack.
no, I know. Well, and she said she had just came off a debate channel, which I've heard plenty of times. So she was sauced
okay.
up. She was kind of sauced up. I mean, you've heard all the people tell us that they came from a debate channel, and then come on talking to us. That's some of the funniest.
Oh, we get him on Props channel. There's this one guy, Speakeasy. He's just
No,
crude.
don't you remember the great debate that me and you had
Oh,
with
yeah.
with Pesci and
Yeah.
that guy had me laughing so hard. But no, Ava doesn't have bad intentions. I don't think.
No. She seems very nice,
She
actually.
seemed very she seemed very down to earth, and that's why, like, as much as she was trying to catch me on some shit. Like, I don't know if you saw Jake's when I had to pull up what we had just said. I was
Yeah,
like,
I saw that.
I know the conversation I just had. I know the words that came out of my mouth.
Mhm.
Like, I can play this whole thing back if we need to, but I don't think it's going to be very progressive.
That's why I
And
said she seems to have some preconceived notions.
yeah, and that's why I was trying to break down that she kept calling me a libertarian. And I was like, no, I'm not exactly a libertarian. I was like, I know I said libertarian in my thing. I was like, but I'm actually more of a libertarian conservative because she's convinced all libertarians are constitutionalists. And that's why when you came into the chat, I was like, yeah, Muddrabit's a constitutionalist. I was
Yeah, but
like,
I'm not a
you know,
libertarian.
I know you're way different on that. I was like, you're more of a constitutionalist. I was like, in the aspect of it, because that's actually like the more we've talked, I was like, that's where we actually differ on ideas. I actually am more libertarian than you are.
I
And
think so, yeah.
yeah, because that's how I am with like, because I've talked to you about, I think it was drugs and guns. And I
Uh-huh.
actually used that example for them. And that's where me and you differ the most. Because you probably don't think all guns should be legal, do you?
I don't see why not. I mean, if the government can have them, why can't we? And now that we have Space Force, you know, whatever it is we get is going to be mild in comparison to what the military has.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, but I also feel the same way about drugs. I also think it's not the government's job to protect you from drugs. I don't think guns kill people, and I also don't think drugs kill people.
No, I agree with that. But what I don't agree with are the dealers.
I
And
agree.
they're out there selling it to kids and they're getting the wrong people addicted to it. And
I agree. And when we make it illegal, it creates a black market of dealers.
yes, it does.
That's why I think all drugs and guns should be legal. No, because people always argue with me about like meth or
Well, it
heroin.
makes
I'm like,
sense.
your kids are on Adderall. You're fucking taking painkillers
And
with
if they're
fucking
not on
heroin.
that, they're on the processed foods. This was my
Right.
son's problem when he was a child. He would get cookies at school that came out of a box and he'd come home bouncing off the walls.
My argument for most people, and they'll try to tell me they're conservative, but they'd rather have the government regulate these things for them, whether it's public opioids or public drugs of any sort. Like, it's all the same drugs.
Mm-hmm.
We're just selling them through the government rather than
Well, the pharmaceuticals decided they wanted to be making all that money, so they outlawed the street stuff, and now they get you hooked on the legal stuff.
Yeah, and then the price gouging on top of that.
Yeah.
So get you addicted to a product, or it's something that you need to fucking live.
Yeah.
And that they'll be like, all right, now we're going to make it 3 times as much as it's worth.
Yeah, you pay $1,000 for it here, but you go to Canada or Mexico and it's like $1.50. They're ripping us off. I don't take any petroleum-based medications anyway. I made that very clear to my doctor. I'm allergic to penicillin. I'm allergic to so many damn things. So I told him, I said, if it's petroleum-based, don't prescribe it. Just don't, because I won't take it. It'll sit there. I told them I do very well on sulfa drugs. That's a natural drug. It's not expensive. Bactrim. I'm taking fenbendazole so I don't get sick. These are all natural ingredients, and there are medicines that they can prescribe for you that are made from natural ingredients. It's just the insurance doesn't make money.
The hardest part, though, with Americans and how they've taken drugs their whole life is they
Yeah.
don't actually know how to take something American. Like, I mean, not take something American.
Petroleum based.
Well, I was talking about this with what's the non-opiate painkiller? I can't think of what it's a plant. And it comes in a red vein and a white vein.
Yeah,
And
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the name
of it right now. But yeah, it's a leaf. I can't. It's gonna bug me now. But
well, I grow lemongrass in my yard that I brought back from the islands with me. That stuff kills fevers.
But the thing is, people can get addicted to the, you know what I mean, the alternative too, because they're so used to taking something whenever there's an issue, and they just try to bury the issue rather than actually figuring out what the problem is.
Right.
And
but sometimes things like arnica aren't going to hurt them.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that aren't aren't totally going to hurt you. There's a lot of mycelium, I think, in general that
Yeah.
humans should be taking on a regular basis.
Well,
Whether it's
morphine would be
lion's
one of
mane.
those drugs. That's another one I tell them in the hospital. If you
What,
got to give
morphine?
me a pain, yeah, if you got to give, it's on my emergency tag. If you got to give me painkiller, give me morphine
Why is that?
because it's natural. It's not, if you give me Oxycontin or any of those other painkillers that they give you, I have this headache that won't go away for like 3 days, and it's a skull pounder.
I mean, any of the heroin derivatives, all the opioids are all natural because they all
Yeah,
come from heroin.
morphine's natural,
Yeah.
and it
So
takes
Vicodin,
very little.
but
let me.
so fentanyl, all of those things are all natural.
My condition is trigeminal neuralgia.
Is what?
Are you talking about
Trigeminal neuralgia. Look
so
that shit up.
explain the difference between that and fibromyalgia.
It's like
I need to
a
know.
migraine on the next level. It feels like a screwdriver is in your temple.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
What's the difference from that and cluster headaches?
Well,
Headache.
cluster headaches happen in a certain part of the brain.
Is it only in a certain part? Because I thought
Mhm.
cluster headaches were all in different parts.
No, there's
So that's
a
why I
map
call it
online
cluster.
that you can look at that'll tell you where different headaches happen. Your sinus headaches happen in the middle of your head. Migraines happen at the top and the front, and then you've got the thing with your eyes. That's a different type of headache that's behind your eyes.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
usually
So
to
I
do
heard the
with your
only
whole face.
the only solution that they have for cluster headaches is they'll give you an oxygen tank to get more oxygen to your brain because apparently that relieves some of the pain. But the only other thing outside of that I've actually heard that they're doing in Canada is psilocybin mushrooms.
I've heard that too. My daughter-in-law gets those headaches, and she has to go to the
Yeah, but
clinic and sleep.
mushrooms? I can't take mushrooms.
You can't take mushrooms?
No.
Why
Where are
not?
you living?
You know where I live? I live in London. What are you talking about? It's not. It's not
Well,
about.
yeah, there's a
I'm
different
just
move
law
to-
over there.
I just don't like
Got to
mushrooms.
move to
Well, some
Alabama.
places
fungus.
some
Gotta move
places
to
it's legal,
Alabama
some
with
places it's not.
No,
Wait,
it's
wait, wait.
fungus.
We got to get
So
back to
like,
the. I know there's always a fungus among us. Simon,
what do you say?
I said there's always a fungus among us.
Wow. Okay.
Simon, so your wife, she's from the States, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said she was from Alabama or Louisiana or
No, Texas.
Texas. Okay, Texas.
Mm.
You found a Texas girl? She wants to date a UK guy?
We're not dating. We're getting married. I don't date.
Okay, well, you just said she was sitting next to you. What did that mean?
I came and visited.
You're in the
No.
United States?
No, I went over. We saw each other and we hit off, and it's cool.
No.
And-
So you're in the United States or she came out there?
No, I came over to her.
So you came to the United States.
It's not the first time.
Okay, so are you in the United States right now?
No, I'm in London.
Then
came-
who's
I got
in the
my-
bed
I got my
snoring
daughter.
next to you?
So when you said she was next
What,
to
you
you
can hear
snoring,
it?
no.
So who's
you
that?
Said she was, so
That's
who's
my-
next
that's
to
my
you
baby.
snoring? I'm so confused right now.
He's got a stable.
That's
He's
my
got a
baby.
stable.
He's an island dude. He got more than one, me son.
No, that's my baby. She's sleeping. I told you.
Yeah, your
Mm.
baby here and your baby there.
He's more like one of those batty boys. You got to watch out for him.
Hey.
I got your number, Simon.
Batty
Okay.
boys.
I don't know what that means, Jacob.
Explain it to him, Jacob, while I fix my pipe.
You know what batty boys means, Muddrabit?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I didn't.
Know what that means.
You know what batty boys mean, Simon?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's why you hang out with Lady Glitter Sparkles. And
Oh, you think I'm gay? Is that what you're saying?
they need to stay far from me.
I don't hang out with what's his face? Dimples or what the fuck he want to call himself. I don't hang out with him. I'm hanging out with my chick right now. You know what I'm saying?
Simon, what island do you hail from?
Wait. I've been a married man for 10 years. Jacob, what's the longest time you've been in a relationship? You want to go at me?
I've been in a relationship longer than you've talked about your ex-wife.
Have you ever married somebody?
What?
Have you ever married somebody?
I've lived with somebody longer than you.
I didn't ask you that question about you living.
I've lived with somebody longer than you've been married to somebody.
Have you ever married somebody?
Notice how he changed the subject.
I've lived and been with.
Stay out of this. This is me and Jacob.
I've lived and been with somebody.
Have you ever married somebody?
Listen.
Have you ever married somebody? Yes or no?
I've lived and been with somebody.
No. Don't detract. No.
I didn't have other girls around. I was exclusively.
What are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about. I met a girl. I met a girl when I was in high school.
I want to hear your backstory.
I met a girl when I was in high school.
Have you married somebody?
And when a guy and another girl like each other. No, I'm talking about I did more than this. Just like when you say you're gonna marry this person, that's not anything right now.
I can literally show you my marriage certificate. I was married for 10 years, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I'm talking about. I've done this. I'm talking about. I've lived. Yeah. So did you live with?
You've lived.
So Simon.
I know you've lived. I understand that part.
In some states over here, we recognize common law.
Time out. No, I agree with that too, Muddrabit. So Simon, did you live with Simon? Did you live?
What are you talking about?
Simon, did you live with your wife for the 10 years you guys were married?
Yes.
The whole 10 years you guys were married?
Yes.
Did you guys live together before that?
Yes, I actually spent 4 years with her before.
Okay, so I've lived with my significant other longer than you and your wife
but you're not
ever
committed.
did.
You're not committed.
And we never even got a divorce.
You're not.
No, we didn't have to commit to get a divorce. Where I'm still with the same person.
You're scared,
I'm still on the last confusion here. He's got his baby there, and he's got his girl in Texas.
Yeah. He doesn't even know what he's saying. He's talked about his ex-wife longer than he was with her.
No, she left a mark.
Oh man. Oh, she did. Until he just met this baby. The ex-wife was a regular conversation every time me and Simon talked. But it's because I knew he cared about her. Like, that's how I knew he was in love with her. I was like, oh yeah, he must care a lot about this lady because
this man has never been married.
More like if he's got
no one's marrying you, bro.
No.
Like,
if you got a stable,
no one is going around and going.
If you got a stable, me son,
then no one's putting a ring on your finger, bro.
Simon, there's a very funny clip on my channel.
Show you my rings, nigga. Like,
it's me. I don't need any bling to signify my my love to anybody else.
You need to be acknowledged.
But
and this is what
I will tell you,
everyone needs to be acknowledged, like whether they say or not.
You, and do you remember when you and Tony were talking one night, and we were talking about. We were talking about.
Bro, don't do this.
We were talking about. I'm just saying we were talking about women. And we were talking about being happily with somebody.
Well, this would be interesting.
There was only one person on the panel that was not happy with women. Do you know who it was? Out of me, Tony, and you.
Listen, I'm never gonna go against you, bro. But don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't. You know I will. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you got something to go against me on, I mean,
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying you've never been married. Period. So you can't really speak to me about that.
Marriage doesn't change anything that I have.
It does. It changes a whole heap of shit.
Wait. Can I get in on this one? I got
Please
married.
Do, Muddrabit.
She's been married. She's been married longer than us.
I got married in 1973. So let's talk about marriage.
So what makes marriage different, Muddrabit? Tell us.
It's different things through the years. It's different things through the years. It's a trust. That's what it is for me, anyway.
Listen, I'll tell you something, right? When you
Did
get
you
married to
guys
somebody,
have a child while you were married, Muddrabit?
Yes.
Does that make a difference? Do you think in the grand scheme of things? Because I think all three of us have all had children when we were with our significant others that time. I don't know anybody. I don't really know a lot of people that have been married for a long period of time that didn't have children.
Yeah,
I wonder.
it makes you grow up a lot faster.
Probably the look. I've never had a child, like, just based on the fact that I wanted a child. The only reason I had a child is because I was married.
You had a child because you're no, like me and my girlfriend had our, like, even if we were to get married right when we found out she was pregnant, like it wouldn't have been, you know what I mean? It was prior to that. Your it would have been a shotgun wedding in order to
I didn't know that.
Satisfy the marriage police.
So yeah, you got a child with your partner?
Yeah. I've been with the same person since I was 16 years old.
What was it? Is this a boy or a girl? I mean, you got a child?
I didn't even know that. I don't really talk about my my child very much, but yeah, I have a daughter.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
and I have a son.
That brings us closer.
Oh yeah. And that's why I've made these. That's why I'm able to have deeper conversations with you, Simon, and try to relate you. My daughter,
I need to have more conversations.
Well, you don't know because you don't know how old I am, and like if I told you that my daughter drives, you'd be like, "Wait, what?" Like I don't have a young kid.
My daughter's 18 years old.
No, I know.
My son is going to be 50.
You have 3 girls, don't you, Simon?
No, I have 3 children. So
okay, 3 kids. Okay, sorry. I remember there was two girls and 2 older girls and something
and a boy.
else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I remember. What up, Sir Bat? Good to see you.
Jacob, you are fucking me up, right?
Yeah, I'm not actually as crazy as everybody thinks I am.
I'm gonna come over and meet you for real. Like, this is stupid.
I told you if you were actually in the States, you should have told me. I would have sent Jake Hudson to your house. I got friends. I got friends in Tennessee. We could figure something out in Tennessee. There's got to be somebody in Tennessee.
I ain't going to Tennessee.
Meet Tiffany.
Somewhere else.
Oh no, no, Tiffany might be too far away.
Tennessee.
I don't know what part of Tennessee you're in. I mean, Texas. I was thinking Texas. Sorry.
Yeah, my baby's in Texas. So
yeah. I don't know why I said Tennessee. I was just watching Kill Tony, and I think they were in Nashville.
So I got Tennessee in the brain. She's gonna tell me about it.
You ever watch Kill Tony?
No.
It's a comedy show. It's a comedy show.
Send me the link. You know I'm a film buff. Yeah, do that.
It's a comedy show based in Texas.
You know I'm about to do a Netflix promo.
You should do that. They're a show. They're a show on Next. All right, so check this out. So what they have people do is I've told Granny about this, and then I told him to sign up. You just go to this comedy store in Austin. It's a comedy club that was created by Joe Rogan, and there's a show where everybody signs up and they're allowed to do 1 minute of comedy, and they put it up on stage. And there's a bunch of like very popular comedians. Like I think on today's show, it was Adam Rife and Dr. Phil were the 2 guests, and they basically just critique the comedians that come in. It's actually pretty good.
It's kind of interesting.
Did you see what Sir just said?
He said Rocco was on TV.
Yeah.
They Def Jam comedy.
So
same shit.
I don't know if Rocco was on TV or anything, but I just tapped into Little Me's channel because he tagged me in a video, and apparently Rocco was like talking about me again. It's funny because I got put into this group with all of these other SSP people. It's like me, Penny Bradley, Arkeem Ra, and all of these other SSP?
People. What's that?
Secret Space Program or
oh shit,
Super Soldier Program, depending on depending on what you call it. But I'm the only one in the list that doesn't claim to be a participant, and I just thought that was interesting. I was like, why am I the only one on the list that wasn't in a project, or at least doesn't claim to be?
You're the control.
Right. Well, because he said that for the longest time that I work. He thinks I work for the CIA. So I was like, oh, he still thinks I work for the CIA.
Go with it. You could have some fun with that one.
We know what we are. Like what? You know what I'm saying?
People are going to make all kinds of assumptions about
Oh
you
yeah,
on
no,
or
I'm not.
off the internet.
I'm not. I don't usually worry about the
The
assumptions.
old guard is out. Like we already did with that. You know what I'm saying? We already got out of it. You know what I'm saying?
I had some guy recently think I was a guy and try to extort what was a whole bunch of Bitcoin out of me. I don't even have Bitcoin.
I'm gonna bounce out for a second, my baby's here.
You know, people make all kinds of assumptions looking at nicknames.
Oh man, no, I was hoping that Eva came back, but hopefully another time. Busman says Busman's been married twice.
Yeah.
Single folks aren't missing anything.
So true. So true.
And that was the same argument for people with gay marriage. It's just like, if gays want to be married and unhappy like straight people, that's fine.
Yeah,
Like,
go for it.
That was kind of everybody's feeling about it.
And I come up here from Miami. I mean, you can't get gayer than downtown Miami. Jeez. People got to be more tolerant.
I didn't even get to say my favorite line of, did you know that Donald Trump was the first president to come into office supporting gay marriage? That's my favorite line.
You missed out on that.
And I never get to say it.
Put it on a Post-it right there in front of you. So you remember the next time. My mother used to do that. She had Post-its all over her monitor.
It's not that often where I stumble on to Jake Hudson's panel and I meet a trans person and we have a conversation about politics and they want to debate me, and I'm sorry, that doesn't happen very much.
What's with the debate? Everybody wants to debate all of a sudden. These people don't want to debate. They're looking for an argument.
Oh, yeah,
they don't even debate properly.
It was all left-wing talking points.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was kind of laughing. And then they told me that I was triggered.
Next year, a misogynist, a racist, all that good stuff.
And then you said something in the chat, and you or somebody else. I think it was Golden Spy said something in the chat before we signed off on Jake's.
Yeah.
And then she started getting really upset about it. And I'm like, Jake, we gotta stop. I'm getting triggered. I was like, I think we need to stop this. And then Eva looked up at me and she started laughing and she was like, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I
was like, yeah, you just said it to me. I was like, I'm not triggered. I was like, I don't think you're triggered. I think somebody said something that you're passionate about. It's not a big deal.
You keep a good control on your room, and I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere because I knew what you were going to do.
Oh, man.
I didn't know exactly what you were going to do, but I knew you were going to put a stop to it.
Well, and I don't know.
Divert.
Because I feel like Ava actually probably agrees with me on a lot of stuff, and is too big into whatever's going on in media.
Uh-huh.
And she seems to know a lot about like tax law and stuff like that. Like she was quick to know about like what the tax rate was in the 1960s and trying to compare that, because that was your comparison for Mac.
Yeah, there was research done.
Yeah. And
That's
I was like,
listening.
okay. I was like, you're actually like, you're intrigued about these topics. It's good to have both perspectives on that. And I was like, but that's really honestly where my conspiracy brain kicks in. And I go, oh no, this is the gold reserve.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually when our money started going to shit. And then
you are aware of what happened, aren't you?
But then to me, the whole feminist movement and all that shit was just like a red flag. It was just like a distraction.
Oh yeah,
And
it always has
they
been. They tried it in the 60s, burning bras.
The same with the racial divide and everything else. Like it was all just put there to distract you of what the fuck's going on with your money and why it's not worth anything and how we're spending it.
Well, speaking of money, are you aware they just audited the Treasury
I did hear about that.
and the
I don't,
Treasury failed the audit?
we'll see if it leads to anything.
It's going to lead to the revaluation, which is happening as we speak. There's
Yeah, that's
going to
why
be
they
a
stopped
bunch
making
of banks on the West Coast closing. The smaller banks over in California, they're going to go out.
I gotta go back to work at my uncle's liquor store. You don't actually work at your uncle's liquor store.
Who's
So
that? Servat?
yeah, it's supposed to fit. I thought it was like a soccer player, but I don't know. I thought it was like a soccer player announcer. The actual picture where it was originally stolen from.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes he says it's a convenience store host. Like I don't know. I get him. I get him so confused. I'm pretty sure he only smokes Cools. I think that's what we've established. Sherbet only smokes Cools. That's the cigarette in his mouth in the picture.
Oh God, my grandmother smoked those. They're the worst.
Mm-mm. My grandma smoked vagina slimes.
Virginia's.
I broke her. You're gonna call him that from now on.
You know it.
Oh man,
Oh Lord.
can't believe you never heard that one. That's a good one.
No, I had.
Those little like those little
That's
toothpick
funny.
ones. She used to those little long toothpick ones that didn't look like they had anything in them but paper.
Yeah, I
Gosh,
smoked Capri, the Capri 100, 101s or something, the long skinny ones, because they
yeah.
lasted forever.
I always felt like they were just paper. I'm like, what
No,
is it
it's
there?
they had the same amount of tobacco in them that a regular cigarette did, and they were satisfying. But the nice thing about them was,
You felt like Cruella DeVille.
no, when you smoked a Marlboro, that cigarette was done and over. And the butts, if you ran out of cigarette, the butts were nasty. But on a Capri, 9 times out of 10, you put it out halfway. So you come back to the ashtray, you pick it up, light it, and it still tasted good. It didn't taste like a burnt
Oh,
out Marlboro butt.
that was my pet peeve when
What?
I used to smoke cigarettes. People that would relight cigarettes or put a cigarette that they lit and then put out and put it back into their pack and think that they don't smell like,
Oh,
oh
yeah,
god,
yeah.
I don't know. There's something about that. Like that's why that's actually one of the reasons I started smoking tobacco out of pipes is because, and I won't re-hit a pipe if it had tobacco in it that I've
Nope.
already roasted.
Yeah, not a pipe.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
different.
really
No,
picky
those
about
long, skinny ones, the Capris, you could do that with them. And I worked back in the day when you could still smoke in public buildings, and we had what they called smoke eaters on the ceilings.
it. Oh yeah, those giant
And
fans sucked it all
yeah,
out of the room.
yeah, big square things.
Yeah, they
And
still haven't been hookah bars around here.
yeah, I've seen them in a few places, but in the side station, we'd have one big ashtray and everybody would have a cigarette going in it while we worked. And as you cruise through the side station, you'd take a hit off your cigarette and keep going.
That's the way to do it.
But you can't do that anymore.
Oh no, no
Shoot,
way.
even when I worked in the office down in Miami, I went to work for Inter-American Car Rental for a while. We smoked in the office.
When I used to work, for the food service industry, like when I was younger, because I was a server before I did. Well, I started out as a busboy, and then I was a server for a long time. And I used to smoke cigarettes when I did that, and I did. I got to a point where I didn't want to take breaks because my customers could tell, like if I went on a 5-minute break and I came back smelling like cigarettes, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no way of getting that smell off of you.
Well, when you're in a building and there's a lot of people, including customers, smoking, back
If
then
it's a
nobody
smoking
noticed
building.
it.
Yeah,
But when
exactly.
I
If it's a
was,
smoking building.
Yeah,
then you're
but when I
good.
was in North Carolina, I worked in a place, and by then you couldn't smoke while you worked. And what I would do, and I was a damn good waitress, what I would do was I would grab one of the cloth napkins and put it on like a bib and run out the back door and have a quick one and leave it on the edge of the cement there under the window and run back in and just take the napkin off and leave it by the back door for the next one. And that would pick up the cigarette smell so that when I approached a table, all they smelled was my mint.
Oh, there you go. Bossman says some pipe tobacco smells really good. Yeah,
Yeah, it does, Prince.
I like a lot of it.
Oh my, there's one my dad used to smoke in his pipe that had like this cherry overtone that was just really nice.
That's
Prince
crazy.
something.
The first tobacco that I started smoking out of a pipe was the cherry flavored tobacco. It was my absolute favorite. I like the harshness of it. Cherry has a really like harsh flavor when it's mixed with tobacco and you're smoking it. I don't know why.
Oh God, pipes were popular in the 70s. My husband had 3 of them. And my dad had a small collection. He even had a meerschaum.
When I was 15, I grew up working in restaurants, and I worked at a country club, and I loved working the bar, and it was all just these really rich guys, and they were having cigars, and like
Yeah,
I'm not a big cigar fan, but I love the smell of some
I do
cigars.
too. My
Like,
grandfather smoked a
oh,
cigar.
it's just so nice.
It is.
It's just like pipe tobacco. Like I feel like there's some of them that just smell so good to me.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
why, but I'm not really an English pipe tobacco blend. Like I'm probably like a mild tobacco blend. It's kind of like coffee tobacco is.
Yeah, the
Like when it
Romeo and
comes to,
Juliets are nice for that.
oh my gosh, I got in so much trouble. One time I took a Romeo e Juliet. It was like $120 cigar, and I took it from the country club when I was younger. I just remember we hollowed it out and filled it with weed.
Yeah.
And like thinking back on it, I'm like the fact that I hollowed out and filled the weed,
A
like,
Romeo and Juliet of all
oh
ones.
yeah,
That's almost as bad as a
it came
Cohiba.
in this metal. It came in this really nice metal
Yep.
tube,
Yep.
and oh man, it was so pretty.
We used to get, I still have all the
most
boxes. We
expensive,
used to
most
get
expensive
Cigar
blood.
Aficionado. My husband belonged to that club, and you know, you get your box of cigars, you get your magazine, the whole bit. I still have all the boxes. I have 2 boxes of boxes, and what I want to do is make like a table with them
Okay,
where all the sides open. You know, you can put things in it.
yeah. No, I like some cigars. I'm not too picky. Like I don't know. I like a good flavored cigar. I don't know. I don't like really strong blends. Like I feel like it would be the same with pipe
Yeah,
tobacco.
yeah. That's like have a Tampa.
Well, it was kind of the same when I was smoking cigarettes. Like I didn't really like light cigarettes, but I was really big into Camels. I was big into Turkish blends
Ooh.
and stuff like that. And now I still smoke Turkish blend tobacco.
Yeah, you get
And
spoiled
I
after
don't
a
know.
while.
Yeah, you start getting like well, I mean, I feel like you build up a tolerance to whatever you're smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Like
You
any
do.
smoker has trouble switching cigarettes.
Unless they find something better, which was my case. You always start out as a teen smoking Marlboros back then. And
Yeah,
Marlboros were 50 cents a pack.
the old Camel killers.
Yeah, so we get the Marlboros. And then when I got older
Or
and
no, cowboy
Capri's
killers.
came out, I tried those. And then I quit 2013. It's
I went
been
I went
12
from
years.
No, my first cigarette was a Marlboro Light. It's funny. I was laying in the back of my El Camino with my best friend. We were 17 years old. We stole it from either his mom or my mom because both of our moms smoked Marlboro Lights. And yeah, we had those. Then I think I switched to Newports. And then
Ooh, menthol.
yeah, because
Yeah, I smoked Salem for a while.
that was before they had the non-menthol. I've tried Salem's before. Pall Mall. Oh, okay, okay. I had Pall Mall when I was in the restaurant business. Everybody in the college that I was working for smoked Pall Malls.
Hmm. Oh, somebody's up here with us.
It's sick. What up,
Hi.
sick?
Hello there.
Hello.
The hell else?
How you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm just. I don't know. I'm just being drunk. Did my stream. Did a buddy stream. I'm just seeing who's on.
Um, looking at
Pall
an
Mall.
I got an MIA report in front of me. Have you heard anything from a cursed zero?
Lately, uh, not really.
Is
But
he missing?
I mean, I do. I'm sure he's still around.
Oh no. There's an MIA report on my desk. I was supposed to ask.
This has been so quiet. He has been
MIA
quiet.
report.
Yeah,
How did you get that?
I got it from my own inquiries as well as a couple other people's, and there's been some reaching out, and I haven't gotten a response myself in like 3 or 4 days.
What do you think is up?
I don't know. I
You
mean,
think
he
he's
might just
okay?
be busy. He might just been busy, but he's usually not that hard to get a hold of.
Oh
But
dear.
to be fair, like he usually gets back to you.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, he's on the internet a lot. I just haven't heard from him in a while
I'm
because
texting him right now.
I hope he's okay.
that night I was on with what's her name. I invited him over to come onto the panel because they knew each other, and I haven't heard back from him since then. And he wasn't talking to me before then for a little while. And it's
Mm.
not like me and him had a falling out or anything. So I don't know. Last time I heard from him, his girl was hanging out with him, and yeah,
Did Sick fall asleep?
no, he's
No,
texting.
I'm texting.
Oh.
Not that drunk.
I was sending. I was sending a message to Curse. How'd you missing? I haven't heard from him in a couple of days. He usually sends me some kind of crazy text
Right.
or video.
Yeah, and he sends
Like
me
every
messages
day.
on X.
Right.
I
Here's
get
a music
messages
video.
from him.
Here's an anime music video about how I'm feeling right now. No, I like Kirst. That's why I was curious.
He's
Oh
all
my
right.
God. Dude, like I said, it really threw me off seeing Angel like that tonight. I didn't
Just
even know
something
what to
weird
think.
in the air. I don't know if it's the Schumann. I don't know if it's. I have no idea what it is, but I have a couple of people